I think having long introductions on YouTube is absolutely pointless. So in this video, I'm going to do exactly two things. Number one, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up from start to finish your own Valhasia server on Linux. And number two, I'm going to shamelessly plug the set of modded Minecraft servers that I have set up on my hardware for anybody to join. The link for that will be down in the description below. Since this video has no sponsor, I wanted to take a quick second to tell you a little bit about a project that I've been working on. Every single video on my YouTube channel that has done even remotely well has either been centered around my home lab or around Minecraft. And because of that, I started thinking, what could I do to combine these two subjects and provide something to you, the viewer, that would actually be valuable? The more I thought about it, the more I realized that it could potentially be relatively difficult for somebody to run both a dedicated server and the client side of a mod pack at the exact same time. And so I realized I already have the hardware thanks to my home lab to be able to run a whole bunch of these servers at the same time. So why not set them up and just let you guys use them? I currently have my main vanilla server and 15 modded Minecraft servers up and running right now. But by the end of this, I plan to have well over 150 total servers running at once. The goal of this project is simply to allow friends to be able to play with each other on a server without one of them having to take the incredible performance hit of actually having to run that server for themselves. Again, this is totally free, so please feel free to share the server information with whoever you think might actually use it. Okay, back to the video. All right, now it is important to note that we are assuming a couple things. Number one, that you have a Linux box already set up, because this is not a video on how to set up Linux. And number two, that Linux is already up to date, because again, not a video on how to update Linux. So the first thing you're going to need to do to get started on setting up Valhasia as your own dedicated server is to search for the Valhasia server files. Easiest way to do that is search for CurseForge. Now, once you've searched for it, there's a bunch of links here, but the one you're going to want is modpacks-minecraft. So we'll click on that, and then we'll come down here and we're going to search modpacks for Valhasia. I just had a moment where I realized there's actually an L in there and I've been spelling it wrong the whole time, and it's probably Valhelsia. So if I've been saying it wrong and you think I'm dumb this entire video, I feel like that's pretty understandable. But once you've found Valhasia 3, we're going to click on it, and then inside of here there's going to be a tab that's called Files. Click on the Files tab, and then we're going to scroll down until we get to Additional Files, and Additional Files is going to be where you find the server file. So click Download on that, and then the next step is to go ahead and install Java. So while that's downloading, we're going to open up a terminal session. And for Valhasia, we're going to be installing Java 11. So the command for that is sudo apt-get space install space openjdk-11-jdk. I'm going to have that linked down in the description below, so feel free to just copy and paste it from there. The next thing it'll do is ask you for your password, so type that in. And then it'll ask you if you're okay with using that amount of space. It's really small, so I would just go ahead and install it. Now, there shouldn't be anything else you need to do on Java, so go ahead and find the zip file that you downloaded for the Valhasia server, copy it, and then I'm going to create a folder structure for it so everything stays organized. I'll go back to my home, create a new folder called Valhelsia, because apparently that's what this mod pack is called. Create it, paste the server pack inside of here. We're going to extract it all here and then wait for that to complete. Now that it's done, we'll go ahead and open it up, and inside of here there should be a server start.bat. Now, before we open that up, because we have a server properties folder, or server start.sh is the thing you're actually going to run, but because we already have the server properties file in here, we're going to go ahead and adjust that a couple different ways. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the max players to 10. Second thing is to note what port that your server is running on. I'm actually going to be changing mine, but I would leave yours as 25565. And last but not least, we're going to be changing the mod on this server. Now, I have one that I've already pre-generated. I would recommend finding a link, and there's a lot of different websites out there that'll let you adjust them and make them look as cool as you want. I have one that I already have set up though. All right, now again, mine's kind of customized. There's really no need for that, but it does make it look a little cooler and stand out a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and save that, and then close out of it. Now the next step is actually launching the Valhasia server. So we're going to go ahead and open a terminal inside of this folder. We're going to start the startserver.bat. So do a /server start.sh. It's definitely there, but we probably can't launch it yet. So for this particular server, you may have to adjust the launch permissions, which is easy to do. You just have to do a chmod +X, and then that same that same script name. So that would be server start.sh. That'll adjust it, and then you can actually run, what the heck? So apparently it's case sensitive. I didn't even realize that, but you have to have it you have to have it case sensitive exactly like it is. So from there, it'll run and download all of the stuff that it needs to put it together, sort of all the puzzle pieces, so to speak. Okay, so it installed correctly, and now it is starting the server itself. So now that it's run everything there, you now have to go into the EULA.txt, change the false to true to accept the Mojang end user license agreement, save it, and then close. From here, once you run that server.sh, it will actually start your server and it'll be up and running for you to join. So open in terminal, run that server.start or server.start.sh, and it'll start it up from here. Now, the important things to note is even though you have a server running, somebody that's not on your network won't actually be able to join it. In order to set that up, you have to set up port forwarding. You're going to want to port forward port 2556, the one that we have set in the server.properties file that we looked at earlier. The easiest way to do this is to Google your type of router and how to port forward on that router. Come up with a lot of Google searches or YouTube videos that you can watch on how to do it specifically for your router, because it's unfortunately not like a one size fits all kind of thing. There's so many different ways to do it for each different router, and so look it up for your specific one. Now, once you have it port forwarded, this server will be able to be accessed from outside of your network. Now, in order for somebody to join your server, they're gonna have to know where it's at. And that's where your public IP address comes into play. All you have to do is from on your network, Google, what is my public IP address? Copy that, text it to your friends, Discord it to your friends, however you want to get it to them. And that's the IP that they're going to be putting in their Minecraft in order to join your specific server. So there you have it. You have a working Valhelsia server, and you have the ability with port forwarding for your friends to join your server. Now, again, like we discussed earlier, if your computer cannot run both the server and the client side of Valhelsia at the same time, that's totally okay. Feel free to join my Discord. There's going to be a URL in there where you guys can join this actual server that I'm setting up right now. Also, if you run into any technical issues along the way, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. I answer all the comments on my videos, or if you want a quicker response, you can hop into my Discord where there's people all the time and they're answering questions for people on how to set up different modded Minecraft servers. So there you have it. You at least enjoy this video a little bit because you made it to the end. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.